changing all the lights on the cabins. We'll be changing the lights at the sled run. We've already done some mitigation down at the nature center. So we're actively doing this project. We are trying to get at least a provisional designation as soon as we can. When we get to, like, I think 66% mitigated, we can apply for conditional dark sky designation. And we're trying to get that as quickly as possible. Some of you may have also, if you're driving anywhere around Davis or Thomas, you've been seeing these no data center signs. Well, the data center complex, it's not a data center, it's a complex of data centers. Probably potentially 20 to 30 plus large data centers, 500,000, 1 million square feet data centers, about 2 miles in that direction. So they emanate a lot of light. So hopefully if we can get designated before any of that starts happening, we can have some impact. If it's going to happen, maybe we can have some impact if we have an international designated dark sky location, and we can help encourage them to mitigate their light pollution. It's easily done, especially if you're building. Mitigating existing infrastructure takes time and effort and money. If you're building up front, it's easy to design a light that points down instead of pointing up. So I just want to let you know that we're actively doing this. We're hoping to get within the next 6 to 12 months, actually get that conditional designation of being a dark sky location. So just want to raise awareness, and hopefully by next year we may have some news about being there. And just that's all I want to say is we're actively working on it. So just help keep us in mind and any support that you might be willing to offer. So thank you.
And that's been an effort that's been underway for a couple of years now. So it's definitely a worthwhile effort to keep our capacity, eliminating our dark skies. It's happening all over everywhere. So it's a very valuable resource that we need to protect and give some.
Is there active discussion with the group that's building on these right now, or is it just kind of doing your own thing? Is there something that they're aware that you know they're moving towards trying to build black, dark sky?
Really, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think there has been a lot of talks and negotiation and awareness that's been raised with the group that's trying to build those data centers.
We're trying through communication between the builders and the local community, no communication. So it's kind of huge information.
I know the dark sky initiatives and the work that's being done here are still working to get that awareness out to that group. So it's a work in progress. Okay, I'm going to ask the WBA officers to come up front, and this will be an open Q&A session for the entire weekend. Also, any presenters that are in, they want to join us up front. Maybe some questions regarding the potential presentation. Brent, do you want to come on back up here? Nico is left. I think that's okay. Just in case we have some questions. And otherwise, we'll have a... Thank you. All right, your turn to ask questions. Pick our word.
Where's the next start party?
Next start party in time held by WBAA. Thank you.
What now?
August WBAA start.
Okay, next meeting is our party, August 23rd, North Bend State Park. They're inviting a lot of people, which is a huge crowd for that one. So it's one night. Folks will make it out. We're going to go to start party. We have another one September 28th, Spruce Mountain Tower area. We're going to set the top of the tower. And then hopefully any of you are coming out there, make sure to bring a headlight. We'll have a little bit of some red lights, pull up to us, and kind of follow along.
What's the date on September?
September 28th, yeah. And we'll be partying with the Seneca Discovery Center, so we have some folks, so maybe some school groups, so maybe, we don't know how late that'll go for them, but for most of us, we are all night probably, so.
So it's on Sunday night.
Oh, it's Saturday night. That's it,
That'd be the 27th.
It's 27.
27th, yeah, my apologies. Anyway, October.
Oh,
October 5th.
Okay. So October 5th, we have another one in Dawson, West Virginia. If you need help with directions, please let us know, messages through Facebook or message me person, however. Or if anyone goes, I think my phone number too, or call me. If anyone here is speaking afterwards, we'll call me. What directions? It's a little difficult to find. Some folks who have been out there, but I'm glad to help you out. That's going to be a 2-night start party on Friday and Saturday, and we're going to have a couple small little workshops on Saturday. Nothing like very simple beginner level workshops, with sea stars and something like that. That's what we're going about.
The Camp Dawson, was that on the 5th of October?
It's the 4th. It's got,
Yeah, like Saturday.
Okay.
and that will have a venue, it's a real nice venue, it's a private barn. They have a big show, what they call a barn, but it's more of a resort location for weddings and things like that. So we'll have some things inside. That'll be coffee and stars at that as well. Provide coffee. Northbound probably coffee and stars. The Spruce Knob will probably just be a star party because the lack of power at that location, we can't make the coffee. But we'll see what we do.
Green jackets.
Bring jackets for your headlights or any lights, make sure those are red. And also, I would recommend either some bug spray or a thermostat or something like that, just in case. All right, next question. Go ahead.
Okay, probably Jonathan can answer this. Last night when I was taking photos with my camera on the tripod, the condensation, is there anything you can do to keep
yeah,
the condensation from?
yeah, you can get a food heater, like they sell USB ones that are like generally like $20 to $50 for one, depending on the size that you need. They sell different sizes, like for camera lenses or telescopes. You can get one of those, but you got to get a dedicated like power bank to go with it.
No.
You know, so you'll like Velcro that to your tripod leg, run a cord up to your computer. Or you can go with like hand warmers. Hand warmers are like, they work really well. And
Okay.
take like 2 of them. Don't get the small ones, get like the extra large ones. Because the small ones I found, like they don't last all night. So you get the big ones, you use like 3 of them wrapped around the lens, and yeah, you're good to go. So I usually keep a box of like hand warmers on my shelf, so when I know I'm going to be doing night skate that night, I'll throw a handful of them in my bag. And you never know, some nights like last night, it was really moist at first, but then it went away. So like after everybody's stuff cleaned up and we cleaned it off, it never came back.
No, okay.
So,
The other thing to do with hand warmer is maybe get some painter tape or whatever to take on the end of the lens. And then take a piece of cloth, whatever it might be, just kind of wrap around it because it'll help hold the heat. Especially on a cold night. It's really cold, don't get too, you can fall.
yeah. Yeah, I'll usually I'll use a hairband and stick around my dew shield.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the outside of the dew shield, like, loosely, like, and I'll put like 3 of them around it. And then rubber band.
Yeah.
Is it thicker rubber bands?
Okay.
That's the easiest way to do it.
But they do sell actually ones that aren't USB too, that are like, you can control the temperature and how strong they are, but they're more expensive. And you need a dedicated like box to plug it into. So those run like, for the dew heater and the box, you're in $200
Aaron, need you run out real quick to just start it down more and check the back and try to make sure. Just check. Don't do anything about other faces. Yes, sir.
Monthly meetings live on this board.
Monthly meetings are, it's typically the first Monday of the month, and we're going to make a new effort to try to provide useful information to membership. And then our board meetings, where actually we vote on things, special meetings, we'll have at least one of those recorded. But the monthly meetings will be live on Discord. There'll be some educational aspect to this. Your hair's going purple.
For Jeremy, we took a good look at that.
I saw, yeah.
I have the GTI,
Yeah.
and City has one of the T3s.
Okay.
So, you mentioned yours was modified. What is the best avenue to go on modification? Because I think you have a couple of choices. Then you have heat reduction, you have dust, you have potential for filters. Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
So I actually didn't do mine. I got it.
I'm not gonna do mine either.
Yeah.
I'll send it out.
I actually modified that. camera.
Okay, but he's answering. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. If you want to answer, just in between the lights.
So, to actually do the modification is not that difficult. You just have to take your time, follow the instructions. If you have to play with small little screws and ribbon cables, it's not too bad. If you're not inclined to do it yourself, there are services that you can send your camera to.
Right, Jonathan mentioned those.
And you can, it's not what the current prices are, but there's different levels of modification. One is to take out the one filter out of the Canon, and it keeps the cutoff, the UV IR cutoff filter in there. It takes out the color correction filter, which is the one that cuts the hydrogen out. That's one method of modification. You can also have them put back in clear glass that fixes all the autofocus issues or getting to infinity. If they put the clear glass filter back in. Another modification is they take out all the filters. So have no filters between your camera sensor and your light train, your optics. But you'll have to put some type of filter in, especially a UV IR cutoff filter. Otherwise, you get really bad star bloating because those wavelengths aren't focusing at the same place on the plane as the visual light is. But then you can use a clip-in filter or a filter on the front of your scope. So you have some different options there. If you go with the full modification where you take out everything, you can get a filter to where you can actually do UV imaging or just IR imaging. What I've always done is just take out the one filter. And that's the cheapest method if you send it off to somebody. I'm guessing maybe $150 or so to have somebody do that. I used to do them, but I've stopped doing. I'm getting too old.
So the one that I have is just that one filter taken out, so it won't secondary filter in Canon, and I use an astronomical filter. It's the CLS, that's it. That's all I'll do with that one.
So I actually got mine done through Spencer's, and it's basically you can do visible plus HA, which is what he was saying, where they put the glass back in. That's what that's called. Where it'll get more HA, but it's still blocking like the infrared and stuff like that. So then you get, or you can go with the full spectrum, which is like what he was saying, like a naked sensor. And I just use like Canon clip-in. It's like it says IR cut filter. It's like $80 for the filter, and then that just clips right in. you said, it was a little more expensive than the visible plus HA, but it's like I have the option to do infrared during the day. So if I just shoot without any filter in it, and you go out like in a sunny day and shoot like green foliage, it looks like snow and everything. And you can do stuff like that. You can buy like infrared filters to stick on and you can enhance that effect more and stuff. So you have that option when you put like full spectrum. You can utilize like infrared.
We'll do that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, but if I were to do it again, I would probably go with the visible and HA just because I do so much portrait stuff during the day. It would just be easier for me now, but yeah.
Thank you. All three.
Okay, a couple correction folks. For October start party at the Dawson Farm, that got moved due to a conflict. So that is actually October 24th through 26th. Not the 4th, the 24th through 26th. Okay. All right, any more questions? Guys are too easy. Yeah, very good. I'll tell you what, it is, let's take until 15 till, give you one last chance for raffle tickets. So, you want to go buy raffle tickets, you want to buy WVA coffee mug that is changes colors, SEA poster, go see the folks in the back, they'll take care of you, and then we'll get started. So, we'll take you till 15 till. Thank you.
Yes. I believe that is. I haven't got
Just don't get out and shoot.
One more option, folks, if you'd like to have some, view shields or anything printed from Brian Hughes or Two Star.